Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in...
Touchdown! It's complete. Devin Funchess. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 2, Fields. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the scramble. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 2nd and 11 now, Fields. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown, Browns. Jonathan Taylor from 13 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of it? Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones. 50 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Jackson now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's running.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He finds Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. He's got a man complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there just before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Julio Jones all alone. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And they're going to fake it. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now a 2nd down and 6. On play action, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Breaks a tackle. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And
you might as well turn it on. You might as well, bro.
big turnover there.
Come on,
his
bro.
guys will
You might as well do it, bro.
So the ball down to the 16.
I don't know why the hell
for
y'all
first
tried
and
to
10.
run the ball. Shit.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields buying time to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Fields. First down and much more here for Jones. Oh, he shifts past him. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 64 yards. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Now Fields. And he will slide down with a good gain. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. They snap it to Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. A gain of 3, 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, Fields looking deep for Julio. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did